That's what's up.
All right, we back.
Yay, hey.
Hey, hey,
So
are we live? There we are.
we are.
Oh, we on Facebook. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, everybody.
We got to get some theme music. We got to start there.
I
Definitely got to get some theme
know.
music. I just was like, there's something missing already. Damn theme
Yeah, facts. Well, we're getting there. This is episode
music.
one
Theme music.
of It's Just Not Checkers.
Hey, hey, y'all. Say something live.
Um,
I'm just sharing. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hey, hey, hey,
absolutely.
everybody.
Same thing.
Um, Let me see.
And I am so happy and grateful to be here today.
Listen, the
Honey
shit
bunches
we are
of
talking
oats.
about, we need to be.
Right. Look, this world is going to hell in a handbasket, as
Right,
they say. As they say.
right.
So,
Nah.
welcome everybody to episode one of It's Just Not Checkers. We're just out here going live to talk about the world and hopefully ways to try to solve some problems since I want to be
Hopefully,
solution minded.
absolutely. Let's talk about ways to like, I guess, um, be on the same page at least. I mean, I think that it's healthy to disagree and still agree that it's okay that we don't agree on the same thing. But
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think that what we can do and what we can provide for the mass amount of people is a way of civility and being human and being able to talk about things and to not be offensive and to not be upsetting, but also engage in the things of matter and the
Absolutely.
shit not be a problem. So I'm here for
It
the
shouldn't.
shits.
Yay.
So
Two beautiful black people in the world with the shits. Let's go.
look, I'm already starting off with one. Nowhere in the Bible does Eve drive down to put Adam on child support. Cracking up on that one,
You know what
but I'm gonna
though?
put that
Here's
down.
what's crazy because God divorced them and they had to stick together. So I don't think she would have divorced him anyway.
Listen, listen. I don't even think she chose him, but that's a whole other conversation.
That part. Ooh. And still she stuck with him. So
Yo, listen, man,
he was the
and
original ride or die.
like
'Cause-
I feel like not even I feel like I believe that there's a lot of history that I think that they leave out and a lot of society leaves out sometimes to protect us from ourselves, but also it's definitely control and power. Because if you look at Rome back then, they didn't even believe in God. Like we already talked about before, they didn't believe in God. So whatever they wrote in the Bible to make sure they gave to us, made sure it didn't have God in it. It was
Absolutely.
spoken about, but it was enough to keep us away from Him, in my opinion.
I
But I
agree.
digress.
And no, I completely agree. I completely agree. And it's not a
I
digression. It's honestly I think speaking truth to the matter at this point because there's been so many lies told to it.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, speaking of lies, we came on today with the intention of talking about this lovely documentary that has blown up in the last few days since it dropped on many streaming channels.
Oh my goodness.
Can I get a big shh on the set?
Go ahead and mute this one.
Oh my goodness. So, Quiet on the Set is a documentary based on the late 90s, early to late 90s, 2000s adventures happening at Nickelodeon Studios. Um, if you haven't watched it yet, trigger warning. This is going to be a huge spoiler, but also trigger warning. Don't, because it's very hard to watch.
It is hard. I couldn't even get through the whole thing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I can't.
Yeah,
Like I
it
see
took
my
me all
kids
three
in
days.
there, and I'm like, oh, they have so much room for opportunity. Until I saw that, and I'm like, y'all go ahead and work at McDonald's. You'll be all right.
That part.
I'm not
because
even gonna lie to you.
it seemed like there was no part of Nickelodeon Studios during that time that wasn't being harassed or otherwise maligned. And it's just really crazy um, how much our culture has changed, hopefully, since then. Um, where to start? I guess I can't even say the least offensive. Like, this thing is crazy for
It's
real.
bad.
It's
It's sis, it's
bad.
bad.
But we'll start with the adults and how the adult females were treated on in the backs of the sets on very many Nickelodeon shows that we all grew up knowing and loving. Um,
Mm,
Dan Snyder,
burn him.
you fat Malik. I'm sorry. You know what?
No, no, no. You cancer. You poison. You toxin. You lack of human. You
Ugh,
you tragic accident.
mm,
You
he's a
you
troglodyte,
only loved by your mother who
maybe.
may have passed away giving birth to you, and we hope that she didn't have to see this.
Oh,
This is
man.
bad, man, on all, like, to try to get these children to denounce their own parents so that you can abuse them
Mm,
is fucking disgusting.
right.
I mean, it is
Absolutely.
art. Like, you take R. Kelly and you put Bill Cosby with him, and then they don't go to jail. That's what
Right.
you get. Like,
That's what you get. Absolutely.
listen, man.
That
Like,
white fuck who
and
didn't
it's
do
wild to me that they're held to account and held accountable. Where's Dan Snyder right now?
chilling, making comments that they put in the
So
little
he's,
blurbs.
just to be clear, he's not in jail.
No. And the man who was one of the men who they said was arrested for actually having acts with one of the children
He did like a year, didn't
only
he?
did 16 months. Yeah, 16 months. And had 41,
40 something
41
bodies.
no letters from other people in Hollywood saying he didn't do it wasn't that bad. He was tempted. He was so tempted he couldn't
But he
control
wrote it.
it.
They was writing it.
Mhm.
And he said, I'm
Please don't
tempted
give
and
him anything but probation. Yeah.
I can't keep
See,
my peen in my pants going around these 9 years. Absolutely not, bro. Like,
bro.
listen, I think I think that you should put him in the hood and we
Hmm.
play a game of manhunt. That's it.
It would be nice. There's a couple of people that I'd love to do that
Oh,
too.
brother. Ah, man, listen.
But the most deadly game is supposedly not legal, allegedly.
Life? What? The shit.
Hey, it just shows me the amount of true justice that happens. That young man had to go on for 3 more years and do a full-on show around basically all of the same people except one.
Yeah, it's predators,
And
man.
honestly, all of those kids like entertained us all. We was like Nickelodeon has ruined my childhood at this point.
Right, right, right. Officially.
Officially. And then I saw somebody say earlier that they can't wait for the Disney documentary to come out because Orlando Brown better be front and center because he's been putting it
If
on
they
blast
can
for a
find
while now.
him.
Yeah, that's true. Well, he was walking the streets of Houston the other day, but we ain't
Wasn't
gonna
he? Wasn't he got a whole pickup and a ride, like a free Uber from a man just getting off work?
that was a lady.
It was a lady. Oh. Hey, shouts out to that Uber driver. Hey, hey, man. Hey, hey, say, sister. Hey, you did a good thing there, ma'am. Ooh, you
She
was
did.
you. I wonder what you do for a living, man. Like, listen, I hope to ever get you on this podcast. I need to know what you do. You got a strong
She,
voice, young lady.
she do something strong. She had on that vest. You seen the yellow vest. She do something
Listen,
strong.
she does something strong. She
That
said,
was the
"Ain't that
lady, sir.
Orlando?" Why am I like? This will be the day my daggone might get limp dick. Look,
No. Oh.
flaccid fucking microphone. Wait a
Oh,
minute.
no.
Let me
He
get my
needs a
joint together.
honey pack.
Listen, it
Oh,
need right. Need the goddamn blue pill.
baby.
Let me go ahead
Baby. But
and
yeah,
adjust
that
you.
that if Disney comes out, and the bad part is like Amanda Bynes told us a long time ago when they was trying to do everything they did to her before she disappeared that she had abortion because she got pregnant by her boss at 13. She said that. And they said, oh no, she's crazy. We're going to get a conservative ship. She'll be okay. We ain't heard from her since.
Listen, Brittany.
Another one. Yep. Another one. You know.
Yo, wouldn't it be wild if like you see like Pink and who else? Justin Timberlake. Um,
Christina
what are the other
Aguilera.
ones? Like Nick Cannon's so invested into Nickelodeon, it'll be crazy to be like, I was a victim. Like you'd be like, oh shit.
Nick Cannon's, all his kids is probably owned by Nickelodeon at this point. That's why he was never
Yo.
SA'd, my nigga. He's giving them kids. Cause what is he doing for real?
Nick, listen, we're not gonna do that to our population. Listen, our good Abraham, you're not gonna do that.
Hey, not our good Abraham.
Not our good old Abraham.
Mm-mm. But
Not
yeah,
our
like
listen, our Generation Y Abraham. I
it
keep
just
wanting to roll
seems
this
as
up. I'm
though
stressed out. This joint
there
gave me so much
are.
stress.
It seems as though there are a lot of child stars who either never speak up or speak up like 20, 25 years later when the NDA runs out. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot going on behind those scenes and a lot more than
Hmm.
anybody ever guessed.
I mean, and his guests wanted to know. I, li-
But like I
and
said, they
it
call that
remind
Orlando Brown crazy. They call him crazy.
they call Raven Simone like a little bit cuckoo. I
They
mean,
did. Right. They all have said it. This is why I don't understand so much why it's so shocking, other than like to hear it directly and remember all of the cum shots and foot shots and shit that we watched all these years. Like Nickelodeon has been ruining children's minds since
yeah.
1989.
iCarly.
Yeah,
What's the Jones name from iCarly? The blonde hair Joan. She
yeah,
went on she went online and popped a couple titties. It was just like
mm-hmm,
she had enough.
absolutely. Think about the little girl, even from the Bernie Mac show, that started doing porn, got OnlyFans now. The little baby girl from Bernie Mac show,
She
they
had an
all.
OnlyFans now.
Mm-hmm. She was
Oh,
doing
she
porn for
had problem.
years.
No, I thought that was a girl from Family Matters.
Her too. Her, her too.
They
All the little
both
baby.
were.
Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. Think about how young they got to be, and then think about
Damn.
what happens after. Like
I hope not her.
we owe Corey Haim and Corey Feldman the biggest of apologies as a community, because we just was like,
Damn.
nah, they talking crap. He ain't saying nothing. Look at where it is now. It is absolutely ridiculous. And then for me, like I had tears. Like, no, not my Drake Bell, not my little baby Drake, not him. Yeah, like out of all of them, him. He's stronger than
Mm-hmm.
most people gave him credit for, because he kept touring, kept doing the show, didn't tell nobody till he had to tell somebody. That's crazy.
Mm.
Crazy. 16 months. He's walking around right now. That's the like he's out here chilling, probably working
Chilling.
at Disney.
I'm
Probably
trying to
working
see.
at Disney.
You're not gonna do this to my DD Davis. Give me a second.
Oh, honey. Yes, I did.
D Davis.
Yes, I did. I heard that a while back that she was doing porn. And then heard recently that she got an OnlyFans. Are you on OnlyFans?
Doggone. Not DD.
Yep, baby
Let me go
girl.
ahead and support her. Golly. You poor angel. I got you, baby. Wait,
You
how
sending
old
her
is
that $4. You got it.
how old is she? Wait a minute, DD
She's
Davis.
grown. She's grown by now.
Nah, damn that, D.
Oh
Nothing.
man, but yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
Mm, mm, mm,
Why ain't
mm,
you
mm.
counting?
I got the math carried one. Oh, she all right. Subscribe. Second dollars fucking with you. I know it's fucking with you.
I wouldn't be
But
mad at you even if you did, but that's funny as
oh,
hell, bro.
oh, Pat. Wait a minute.
Sir. And with the subject matter at
Hey,
hand,
I
you
know.
want to put that away.
Hey, man. Listen, they're still getting used to this bigger camera angle. Shit gets weird on me.
Understood. Understood. So yeah, I am excited to keep these going. We are going to
Yo,
have so much fun.
listen, listen. I'm excited. Um, so we have to talk about kind of where this kind of started, the
Yeah.
origin of chestnut checkers.
Mhm.
Just a little backstory. We are also co-hosts. I guess you want to call us
Yeah.
co-host panel members
Yes. Yeah.
of
Panel
a different
members.
podcast, and also we are I guess we're just floating panelists. We kind of ran into each other in that capacity, and
Mhm.
it was almost like there was a big old fight, and it was just like, you want to be friends?
I want to be friends.
No, no, damn that. You were like, I'm about my business, baby. I don't want my that. I said, okay, but then a big old beef happened on another podcast, and I was like, you sure you want to be friends? You were like, come here.
Let me show you a little something something
Right,
over here on my side of the world.
right. And it was like breathe through some moments, and we gonna be all right. And then you just was like, you know what? He a good dude, and from that I was like, you know what? I like her. She a good person. And from there we got good dialogue. She gave me information that I never even thought to revisit, much less look into.
Yeah.
And
As did you.
from there, yeah, bless.
Yeah.
And from there, we were listen, just trying to connect. People thought we were sleeping together.
Isn't that crazy?
How, Sway?
First of all, if it's that big, sir, that it reaches Georgia from fucking
Georgia,
Pennsylvania,
Georgia,
hey.
Georgia. This
But I
laying down pipe across 7 states.
7 states, bro, all the way down the eastern seaboard. Now, here's what's
Yo,
crazy. I would love to talk about the idea that people cannot be friends without being insinuated into some sort of a physical relationship. Why is that?
how about it?
Why is
You
that?
know, I feel like that it's a lot of jealousy. I
Mm,
think that it's I think that how people view that sort of circumstance is ultimately how they view aspects of religion. If I can't,
really?
yeah, if I can't have it, nobody can.
So wait, if
Oops,
I ain't got no favor, can nobody
oops.
be favor?
Yeah, I mean, I don't, and I agree to a certain extent of like, don't be sleeping with your homies exes and whatnot. But if my homie's
Mhm.
married and he off in the greener pastures, and he got about 7, 8 of these jokers that I knew he did wrong and he could have done better by, and I know that I'm a better person than him. Oh, bruv,
Shoot your shot.
absolutely.
But ask
And if
first.
that, and if I would say I'm not gonna ask. Like, what the fuck am I asking for? I don't even ask my
Okay.
boss for time off.
You that's called getting fired, William.
No, it's called request. It's called I'm putting in this request to
Request and
let you
ask
know
is
that this
basically
is
the
going to
same.
happen. I am
No,
letting you know that this is happening.
that's a memo. That's not a
Oh, I've
request.
been doing
That's
this
a
wrong the whole
memo.
time?
No,
God damn.
the whole time, sir. And
Oh,
I get what you're saying, but I do feel like there's a certain line that gets crossed when you
bet money I'm
sleep with
not going to
somebody's.
apologize though.
Oh no, you're gonna fuck them and not even say sorry?
No.
So wait, we not asking
For
permission
for
or
those that I
forgiveness.
may for those that I may have done that to, you'll be all right.
Yeah, they will.
You know who you
And
are. Look, you should have done better.
oh, well, how often of these people that we're speaking of was it actually the other, like the friend's fault and not the girl's fault?
Um, I would say it's like a 70, 30, 60, 40.
Okay,
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
you can see that the
I,
dude ain't shit, but I mean, clearly I'm single now. I kind of see why you stayed with him. Like, you know what I mean? So I
mm-hmm.
just like, ooh,
That's real.
man. Okay.
No, it's just as the woman counterpart in that equation, I don't think I I it's always been my stance that I don't want to be in a room where they can sit around talking about my crevices, so to speak. I don't want to be the topic of conversation in comparison between two dudes when it comes down to friends, because friendships can always mend for the most part.
And
Usually relationships don't.
yeah, I guess I'm thankful to be around a good fellowship of brothers that don't do that. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about nobody else's no, I'm not doing that. And
Well,
I
that's
guess I
good.
don't invite the idea of that happening in my camp. So therefore, they not gonna do it. You know what I mean? They going blah blah blah. Now, if you got an issue with who I'm with, you go ahead and state your issue. But
Absolutely.
nah, like I almost lost a homie. Like he thought that me and a particular young lady were involved for a while, but he really liked her. Like changed his life, uprooted his life to go.
Oh wow.
And she was like, whatever him and I are ain't got nothing to do with you and I. And he got so mad to the point where he called me. But I said the same thing. I'm what did she say?
Yeah, facts.
And he was like, well, she said, and I was like, well, why don't you trust her?
That's a great question.
He was like, but I want to hear it from your mouth. Well, but that ain't got shit. We not fucking or financing. I ain't got shit to do with none of that.
Real talk.
Whatever y'all got going on is on y'all. Whatever I got going on here is on me. If you feel that uncomfortable, check yourself. You have a
Yeah.
lot of insecurities. Grow up. And he later thanked me for that.
Yeah.
And I still protected the value and the sanctity of me and that young lady's friendship. Like
Yeah,
I ain't
that's
playing
good.
that game.
That's a correct way to handle it. But, insecurities are ruining the world. And of course, social media is not helping.
It's
Insecurities are the worst. Like,
fucking
I don't
tragic.
understand the crippling fear that people have to allow others to see their true selves. And it goes back to, this ongoing conversation that we've been having and hearing about the gender war.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think it's a real thing, but I don't think it stems from where most people think it stems from. I think it's more systematic than they realize.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But it's just like
Absolutely.
any old way to keep the chain weakened, because you're only as strong as your weakest link, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though the they them, well, I can't even say that no more. God damn it, the powers that be, look,
Those
the
is
the
y'all.
those is y'all and them
Y'all got me
be
disappointing my damn mother out here.
right.
Jeez.
No, but they keep they make sure the bots are active so that somebody is gonna catch the stupidity and run with it. And I'm just tired of this conversation. It's not a hard fix. If you treat people how you want to be treated, there's no gender war.
Nope.
And it
Nope.
just it regardless of what the upper ups do, regardless of the people who the ruling class are doing, if we as human beings on the planet just decide, hey, I'm gonna treat William how I want to be treated today, It would make such for nice friendships and relationships. It really would. It really would.
Listen, and unfortunately, there are some people in society who may every now and then have the pink thing hanging out, men and women
Mm,
alike.
mm-hmm.
Send them to whatever Gomorrah they decide to rest in. Here he comes, right on cue, ain't he? Right on fucking cue.
And it never fails. He comes whenever the camera's on. Django, you're a big ham. And he always looks at you before he gets like, are you sure? But yeah, I just, I don't understand it. I don't understand why our friendship was looked upon in such a manner when we've never actually met in real life.
Never met in person.
Ever.
Bro, you are so inappropriate.
He's like, who, me? But yeah, I just, there's so much going on in the world. I find myself kind of struggling to pare it all down to talk about it. Um,
I mean,
but the reality is, you got people out here throwing around Nerf verses, as Chaotic called it, because he
man.
feel like that Kendrick verse is light. Have you heard it yet?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
okay, yeah.
I've been learning music for these weddings. Minding my
Oh, good
business.
stuff. It's his wedding season. You're about to be very busy. About to be very busy. But yeah, Kendrick um put a verse on Future Metro Boomin song that
Mm-hmm.
dropped, I think, either today or yesterday. And
Mm.
he basically straight went at J. Cole and Drake. Like, straight went at them.
Kendrick?
And yeah,
For what?
yeah. Um from the sound of the verse, it's like he's tired of being called a part of a big three. Like he wants the top spot for real. He's not, you know, he's not playing with these niggas, especially since they just dropped the song together.
I mean, if that's what you're coming in here for, good luck. That's
Mm-hmm.
whack. I really thought he changed his system.
Oh no. Mm-mm. Kendrick gonna always be Kendrick. He ain't changed nothing since Good Kid, Mad City. Once they find a blueprint that works, they stick to it.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, it was a decent verse if you ask me. I'm not so head over heels in love with Kendrick that I can't say
Mm-hmm.
it was. I won't say it was garbage, but it was better than Bigfoot.
Mm. I mean, I could see having an issue with J. Cole, or not J. Cole, but fucking Drake. But
Well,
we'll
it
see.
was rumored at one point that they all three of them was gonna do a collab together because Kendrick had already done a song with Drake a while back. Um, and I don't think him and J. Cole ever got on anything, but hey, I guess he took first person shooter as a threat and had to come out with something. So here he is. Here he is.
Oh shit!
So,
Josh Peck broke his silence about the Drake sexual abuse on Quiet on the Set.
oh, what's he saying?
Hold on, I'm reading. Wait. He says, quote, I just finished Quiet on the Set documentary and it took a few days to process it. I reached out to Drake privately, but wanted to give my support for the survivors who were brave enough to share their stories of emotional and physical abuse on the Nickelodeon sets with the world.
No, absolutely not, sir. Absolutely, punch him in the throat.
he continued,
Absolutely not.
He continued, children should be protected. Reliving this publicly is incredibly difficult, but I hope it can bring the healing for the victims and their families, as well as the necessary change to our industry.
How Christian of you, sir. Now, if the next headline we see is Drake Bell is going to jail for murder, I'm not even gonna be mad. I'm gonna write a letter and see if I can help get him out. Because Jesus, as our good friend Sleep would say, um, is he serious? And see, here's what's bothering me because On top of what you just read, Dan Snyder's clip that he, like his blurb that he gave to the documentary was everything that was done under approval, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So even if it was wrong or if it was too adult for those kids, Nickelodeon and all the censors and people approved it. So that made it okay. And you said if he says he reached out to that man personally, I am so angry. Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Like if that doesn't scream sociopath to anybody else, is it just me? I would love to know if it's just me because you were the
That
perpetrator of
is
the
crazy.
he was the I told you, see, I got a stress ball because my good friend William told me to breathe through my issues. And I be
I
having a
told you.
hard time breathing sometimes. I swear to God, my neck fat gets all
Mm,
caught up and I can't
I'm
breathe.
cracking
So I
up.
went and got me a stress ball because I be stressed out sometimes on these podcasts. And you know
Mm,
me. See, that bastard
mm.
needs to have his member fed to dingoes so that he can just feel all the pain that he caused. What in the entire hell is going on in America where that man is allowed to not apologize? Because let's start there. I didn't hear near apology in that whole statement.
Well, I mean, at the time when they were younger, they were both just child. I don't know. They were child actors, so um, I mean, I wouldn't know what to expect on that part. But
No, I mean in the David Peck guy, Josh Peck, sorry, um,
yeah,
didn't
Josh Peck.
apologize.
Well, no, Josh Peck was his co-host.
Josh, oh, okay. No, that was the guy that essayed him, bro.
No, that's the other. I think that's the other Peck. So
Mm,
Josh Peck. So there's two different Pecks. There's
okay.
Josh Peck, and then there's Brian Peck.
Okay. Got you.
So let's look up Brian Peck.
Yeah, that's the
Brian Peck
guy.
is a convicted sex offender.
Yeah, that's the guy. But I've been finding out recently how many people we grew up with, like in our children's movies, that was a sex offender as well. Did you know that Beetlejuice is coming out with a sequel? I think next year,
I'm here for the shits.
or perfect actually this year, end of this year.
I'm here for the shits.
Did you know that the father is dead in the sequel, even though he's still alive right now?
Why they do that?
Because that nigga's a pedophile and been a pedophile ever since we seen his ass in
Oh,
fucking Howard the Duck. He,
wait, the one that stretched his nose out?
yep,
He's a pedophile?
yep. He was a convicted.
Word?
He was convicted with child porn back in the day, and was still allowed. This was well before he even started in movies. Had them cases on file.
Damn.
Yeah, so they took him out the movie. The Me Too movement changed a lot as far as who they'll work with. It seems like once you basically come out now, like once you're outed as that now, and I use that word purposefully because that's going to be
Sure.
my next point. But once you're outed as MAP, they don't like to have you in children's films anymore. Thank goodness, right? Um, but I use that to say this. Did you know that the Psychological Diagnosis Dictionary in 2017, quote unquote, accidentally um, listed minor attracted persons, MAP, as a sexual orientation?
You will get your ass killed fucking with me with that bullshit.
I promise you it's in there, and I promise you it's still in there, even though they claimed it was an accident. And
On my mama.
ever since then, is why we've been seeing so much stuff come out because people feel more comfortable because they have a name now. They're MAPS, MAP. I saw a video the other day where this teacher was trying to tell her students not to call them pedophiles because that's disrespectful and judgmental, and that they should call them MAPs. So of course I went and looked it up, and it changed Dora for me forever. Nickelodeon again.
Mm. Dora.
Look, I'm the map. I'm the map. Yeah. With that little 8-year-old girl wandering around the city with a monkey and no parents. Hey.
No parents.
I promise you. I just think that whoever is in charge at Nickelodeon needs to be charged for all of this.
I'm trying to find that Beetlejuice actor that's in jail now.
Oh, the dad? Oh, he's like 70 now.
Yeah. Jeffrey Jones.
Jeffrey Jones. Yep, he's like 70.
He looks
like
70
now.
He looks like he messes with kids.
Horrible, right? But yeah, that's another one. Like, they've been doing this for a very long time, and I guess people are now finally listening. Like, I feel like this documentary is almost low key like the Rodney King video of pedophilia. You know what I'm saying? Because people are now listening. Not that it hasn't been happening, because it's been happening forever. But people are not taking it so lightly anymore. With this new upswing in the news, with this new upswing in the news, does that change your opinion? Do you think Michael Jackson did it?
No.
Me either.
No.
Me either.
I think that he had his issues, but I don't think that he... Now, I think he was probably super socially awkward when it came down to women. And I think that...
Say it.
Nope.
Yep.
I'm going to read
because Quincy Jones.
I think that it might have been. I think that it might have been one of us that started that rumor. But I don't think he did anything.
Look, once it got out there,
yeah, it was kind of rolling at that point. But I don't think he did anything. I mean, I think he was no different than any other weirdo out there that's an entertainer. But I don't think he did anything to any children.
That's good.
Now, Jermaine,
sir, his hair is egregious enough. We're not gonna do this today. We're not.
Oh,
he got plastic hair.
Yeah, I thought I wasn't gonna go there. Listen, that human bubble wrap. Listen, if y'all want to know what the Ken doll will look like, black
in real life,
that Jermaine Jackson is the Ken doll. He probably smells like Mattel.
Nigga smell like fresh plastic.
Fresh as plastic and die cast.
That's hilarious. And you know what though? You never know. That's all I'm gonna say is you never know.
I mean, he took his brother's wife.
Yeah, he strikes me. Like I said, he strikes me. Absolutely. He comes across a little
and I don't think Tito would.
Tito too soft for that.
Randy's heart was broken.
Yeah. No, but Jackie, it was his insecurity and his jealousy too, though.
Yeah, Marlon just a little flicked. He was all right. But he got his. But, you know, Marlon could keep up.
Yeah, that's true.
Jermaine just wanted it too bad. He was always the problem. He was one that was fucking up.
Well, you know, it's only so much you can do with that many Jacksons too. He had all them damn kids running around. It's only so much one can do. Like, so yeah.
I just need to know the cross that they carry in order to do what they do, man. Like, I'm gonna go ahead, like, I didn't think we was gonna get into this one. Like, you have an R. Kelly. And golly, I wish I couldn't love his music. Like, I love his music.
It's so frustrating because canceling R. Kelly. Look, cancel R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, and Bill Cosby, right? That's my whole fucking childhood.
I agree. But listen, can you imagine, right? He called himself the Pied Piper.
Horrible.
Can you imagine just do 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 and your daughters go skipping down behind him
Listen,
into a
okay.
house with shackles?
Before he was jailed, when my daughter was in high school, I used to pray literally on my knees to the Lord that he never showed up in the parking lot at her school.
Yo, I know a motherfucker that got herpes by him. On God. And it
Why
was
does
like
everybody why do all the singers have herpes? What the fuck is that?
it's
Like, every time I turn around, another nigga that raps or sings got herpes. Like, what is that?
so it's a two-parter. It is a two-parter. It can be contracted from one of these if not clean. Um
Really?
yeah, man.
Somebody rubbed their cold
Mm-hmm.
sore and
Yeah, they rub
ooh.
their bum bumps on the joint, then you rub your bum bump. He's be like,
Mm-mm.
your whole joint all fucked up. Right.
Yuck.
But yeah, like he was in Texas and she was like, I'm fuck shit out of R. Kelly.
Oh,
Yeah, she
and
did.
she did.
Mm.
Oh, she fucked him with her mouth.
Nah, she definitely did. Cause
She
she
fucked
got
him
the
with her mouth.
joint. Yeah. 'Cause I remember one
Yikes.
time we used to go on Google Hangouts, right? And she would come on and she would always be like this sometimes. And she would just be covering her mouth. And she
Absolutely
finally
not.
told us the story and we was like, yeah, it was him and his roadie, the boy he always bringing with him, that be counting and keeping his money.
The third singer from the left, from the public announcement, nigga. Yeah, I said it because that was him. That was the third singer. Nobody knew their name ever. Who the fuck was public announcement? Please tell me their names. Does
God
anybody
even
know to
knows.
this day? No?
God
Okay.
even knows. Right.
So when I found out, okay, so I seen the tape, first of all. So I'm gonna just clear my name. I saw the tape. I knew he was doing it. I was bumping
I
the
did
music
too.
anyway. Look, I was bumping the music anyway
Ah.
because it's fucking R. Kelly. But this recent bout that he went through made me go back and really look for his catalog. Every song on the radio for damn near 20 years was R fucking Kelly. I was floored. Like, you're not gonna take away my whole high school, middle school, 20s, you know? Like,
Like and I don't and being a musician and it does make me sad like to have to like to have to I say get rid of it from my like vocabulary, right? But I um I won't say whether or not if it comes on the radio in my house whether or not I will. I'm not even going to, it doesn't even come on the radio anymore. But if
mm,
it happens to go in a rotation or circulation somewhere, or if there's a DJ that happens to go and we're somewhere and he plays like a R. Kelly song, I'm not gonna cancel the DJ.
right.
I mean, it will bring back the nostalgia of my childhood, and I wouldn't think about somebody else's kid being, you know,
But I mean,
we
basically,
gonna get.
what people are asking us to do is cry every time we hear Will Smith Summertime. Like, no, I'm not gonna ruin the memories that come along with music just
No,
because these fools can't control themselves in real life. Like, that's not fair. That's
right,
just not fair.
right.
It's really not. Did Will Smith come out the other day? See that somewhere?
Oh, shit, Will. God. What happened now? Well,
I'm just saying, first of all, your girl Jaguar Wright said that. Y'all's favorite Philly friend, Jaguar, said it in one of her interviews, um, that he was bi. And everybody always thought that because of the open relationship thing, but it was never like confirmed. It was just the rumor. And so I thought I seen something about him coming out the other day, but if he did not,
I
you
mean,
know,
I think that a lot of those once they get to a certain level, like it becomes part of the I guess culture. Like once you start tapping into certain things, mm-mm. I
yeah,
I cannot speak for them. And like Dwayne Wade, You heard about Dwayne Wade?
Is he by it too?
That nigga be swinging by.
Oh,
Like, and he like one of them dominating type people too.
oh, crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Power Top. Go for it,
Yeah.
sweetie.
He be going after him. And so I'm just like, so if you, Brian, and Carmelo best friends,
Somebody
and y'all
booty
call
hole got
yourself the
ate.
Banana Boat Crew,
Get on these boats.
now
And get on these boats.
I'm not casting any aspersion or judging.
There's no judgment. I don't really care who anybody sleeps with. This is my
But
issue with the world.
there's a certain limit to what I'll let you call me.
That part. That part. And you know, like, I don't even like for people to call me motherfuckers because I ain't never fucked nobody mama. I'm you know,
Nah, I
it's
take
just,
that term with a sense of pride. It's almost endearing to
yeah.
me.
I mean, it should be because that's who you're supposed to be fucking.
At
Well,
least
I
you
can't
know.
say that. I'm sure some of those women is mamas by now, but back then they wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So that's not my title, but I just, you know, maybe they're just that comfortable with each other. Like I'm sure they've all seen each other naked at some
I don't
point.
give a fuck.
What? Why are you looking at me like I made them naked? I didn't make them naked. They've been in locker rooms together. They've seen each other naked. That's all I'm saying.
And it'd be crazy because, like, Lala's a radio host and she didn't air out Carmelo's shit.
No.
Gabrielle don't give a fuck, yo.
She looks like it though. Her face looked like it hurts.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
midlife crisis. Powder butt baby white people Jesus. She like, I'll bend him over. I'm like,
She looks. Have you seen her?
yeah.
So you telling me she don't look like the type? She don't look like a Peggy Bundy to you?
Listen, bro.
Yes, she do.
We'll fight.
Look, sure she's not forcing him. I'm sure she's not forcing him. Ain't no way she's physically strong enough to force him to do anything. But it makes a lot of sense to say that when you know what they allowed their sorter to do. Sorter, done. Which one is it? Is it the sorter, right? Is it a done?
Dawn. I don't know.
Because I don't know.
I don't even know the poor child's name.
Yeah, isn't that sad that I know their preference and I don't know their name?
I don't listen. I don't even know the preference because
Is it Zoe?
Business.
Is it Zoe?
Something
Chloe?
like that. Zia,
Something
Zoe,
like that.
Zai.
Zora. It start with a Z.
Mm-hmm.
Look, now y'all got me out here sounding like R. Kelly. Start with a Q. Look. Mm-mm.
I don't know. There was so many babies start with a Q.
It start with a Q. Y'all killing me with these questions.
That nigga threw a tantrum.
He threw a whole thing.
You ain't even answer the goddamn question. Yo, so did you see the video of the young lady? I can't remember the lady. She's kind of like a Kevin Samuels for on the woman's side, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a video of her talking to this lady, and she went ahead and lied about being married.
The lady did, or
the lady that lied about being married to the host.
Okay.
The husband comes on to the show a couple weeks later and says, "Yeah, that last girl was my wife. See." And they're like, "We're still getting married. Our court date is in April," and she lied and said she was divorced June or July of the year before.
Oh wow.
So the host brings her back on the show, and the girl could not tell the goddamn truth for nothing. That's we were talking about in the backstage. She could not. I'm like, golly, that was hard to hear.
Yeah.
See, what had happened was bop, 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 bop. And I'm like, yeah, I see why that man left you. Lord have mercy.
I mean, pathological liars are a real thing, first of all. They really are. Pathological liars are running around out here every day. And the fact that we just all, well, I won't say all, because we know blanket statements are not okay. I will say most of the people in America have seen all 50 plus episodes of Who the Fuck Did I Marry? Because pathological liars are a real thing. And so, you know, I don't understand when people lie when the truth will do. I told a liar too, and yes, honesty is very important to me, right? But
Absolutely.
today I told my share of lies. But if we say we live together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ask you to change the clothes over from the washer to the dryer.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, okay. And then I come back to you later and say, well, did you change the clothes over? And you say, yes. And then I go to the washing machine and the same clothes is wet in the washing machine still. What is the
Mm-hmm.
purpose of those lies? That's what I don't understand. Like, what?
There is no purpose to those lies. Like, you punch a person for telling those type of lies. Give me 1 second. I gotta get my lighter. I
Absolutely.
was trying to do this, that. I didn't realize that was gonna stress me out the way it did. Hold on.
It's okay. So, in the meantime, while friend William gets equipped to handle some business, we are talking about pathological liars and their effects on the world here on It's Chestnut Checkers. I hope everybody's having a great evening. Please feel free to contact myself or William if you'd like to be a guest on our show, and we'll definitely get you on. But yeah, I am thoroughly excited to continue to have this talk in regards to these liars out here because, like I said, we all seen what poor Risa Tisa went through with Legion, Legend, whatever his name was. And I just think it is horrifying to understand how, as single people in the world, let me say that first, we got to deal with these pathological liars because these pathological liars are not. Why do you look like you saw a ghost?
I almost died.
You almost died.
Yeah, I stepped over the car and I was like, ah! I just fell over. You see the
Oh
light
no.
now?
Oh gosh. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm great. I'm great.
Look, don't hurt yourself. I lost your sound, darling.
Oh, it went away?
Yeah.
Damn.
I hear you, but I don't hear you.
I told you I fell.
I know. I seen the camera shake. I didn't know what was going on. You gotta stop getting the zoomies.
There you go. I'm back on. Listen,
Yay.
straight
You
up
gotta
zoomies.
stop getting the zoomies. Look, you're gonna slide the wrong way and bust your neck one day.
Zach, I was like, I'm like, ah! Light went off, went cameras crazy. Excuse me.
I seen it happen, but I didn't know what happened.
Listen,
Mm-mm-mm.
talking about
But
these
yeah,
damn liars, man.
honey, I can't take it. Like I don't understand it. I was just talking to the audience about Risa Tisa and what the fuck did I who the fuck did I marry? And it's just like I here's the thing. Like on the one hand, the hard side of me, right, wants to say, oh, that stupid bitch, you know, I would have
Mm-hmm.
been left, I would have been gone. But I also know I was in a 20-year marriage
That part. That part.
that
Yep.
still ended after 20 years. So there's a lot of red flags that get bypassed in the form of compromise.
Is it compromise?
No, 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 no. In the form of it though.
Mm-hmm.
In the form of I just don't want no problem. So I'm gonna just let that go. You know.
Yeah, man. I remember when I was married. Um, probably I took that marriage hard. Like the end of it. I took the end of that joint hard, like really difficult. Um, and it was like one day I just looked back at that shit. I was like, man, the fuck? And that's I
Mhm.
just got up and just it wasn't like a progression to get better. It was just like I had to recognize that like I was just in some foul shit.
Right.
And I
Absolutely.
had to just be like, you know what, William, you owe yourself a goddamn apology for because looking on the outside in, like, why did I even choose that? Like, what was I even?
Hmm.
What kind of place was I in to make that type of decision? Now she's not a bad person, We just
Right.
had, I mean, looking at the grand scheme of things, we had nothing in common.
Yeah,
Not
that
singing,
happens.
not humming, not fucking skipping. We ain't have shit in common.
So how did y'all wind up married?
Trauma.
You trauma bonded your way into a fucking marriage?
Sure did.
Oh.
Sure
Oh.
did.
You know what? I mean, I
That's
understand it.
a thing that you never knew about. Listen, why do you
Yeah.
think I probably got so much like enlightenment on experience on relationships? That might be the worst way to ingratiate
Not
yourself
might be.
into a forever situation.
Facts.
Nigga.
It's not might be. That is the worst way to ingratiate yourself into a lifelong situation. He gonna look you up and down like you little. You saw that?
Yeah.
Django, get down. I know he can't hear me, but I
Oh,
was
he can
hoping
hear
he
you.
felt my spirit. Okay. I was hoping he felt
He
my
physically
spirit.
feels me put him down every time, and he gonna hop his. He don't give a fuck. Like, get down.
Oh God. And this is why I won't buy one, because I'm not dealing with that shit. First of all, I feel like as much as cats are cool, I feel like every time their feet touch a floor or a piece of furniture, like they're crapping on it, just because of how they
What?
use the restroom. I know it's weird, but that's just me. I just always feel like they fresh out the litter, jumping up on my pillows and shit.
I mean, yeah and no. One
I
thing I will
guess.
say is that their paws are more cleaner than their mouth.
Well, yeah, because they mouth licks they booty hole regularly.
Well, not only that, but they're so meticulous about their paws that the first thing they do once they get out the litter box, they'll stop and they'll clean their paws.
But this is my whole point: is they're cleaning their paws with their dirty ass mouth. So either way, anyway,
Nah,
it's just it's just I don't know.
I'm cracking up.
I won't get a cat or a dog, and it's not that I don't like them. It's just that I don't want to take. I don't want to deal with it. I don't need
I'm
another
cracking
child in
up.
my house. I don't need another child in my house. I have 4 children, William, and a nephew. Yeah, I don't need another child.
Mm-hmm.
And a mom and a
Mm-hmm.
stepdad. I love them to death, but I got
Mm-hmm.
them all. I don't need no more. I don't need no more.
God damn it.
Mm-mm.
But
Viewing matches.
sometimes, man, you just gotta have a pack.
I don't
But
even never see them no more. And you know what it is down here? We don't have corner stores. We got gas stations, and you can't get matches out the gas station.
Listen, when I
Which
finally
means
move, I'm gonna miss the bodegas, man. I'm gonna so miss them.
it's definitely a little different. Okay, so we always talk about the fact that in New Jersey you don't pump your own gas. And I just feel like that's so much elitism for the rest of the country to have to pump gas to look
I'm
to
cracking up.
for New Jersey to be the one state that they usually talk about, like as a state, but y'all ain't even got to get out the car to pump gas. This is bullshit.
But here's the thing: a lot of people wonder why New Jersey, and financially, ain't doing bad.
Yeah, that's real.
If you can't find a job in Jersey, you can
There's something
find a
wrong with you.
job in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can pick blueberries and make money in Jersey.
My kids' family's from Plainfield, so trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. They be trying to get me to come up there, and I say, hell to the no, I don't deal with snow. I refuse.
Hell to the no, don't deal with snow. Don't deal
Hey.
with snow. Don't deal with snow.
Hey.
Don't deal with snow. Don't deal with snow.
I'm always the hype man. Look, I'm always gonna be the hype man. Or girl,
But yeah,
I
as
guess.
far as like I don't tell people, I don't talk much about my ex-wife or my marriage. I mean, a lot of people don't even know that I've been married before. They just thought I was a hoe out in these streets.
Horrible.
Yeah.
They always think out in them streets doing something. Can we let them know you're in the house?
Yo,
Please, because you be in the house.
listen,
I don't understand it.
For the record, I've never been on crack. I don't even take Advil. Like I don't take any. I don't even take Robitussin. Like I've been accused of being on crack by my own family. Like, and I will give credit because I did lose it for a moment. Like I just was like, "Fuck the world." I can see how Dave Chappelle and them felt, but it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
like I went into the mountains. Like I went to the mountains and just regathered myself. I was in Kennesaw.
Oh, you was down here. That's right.
Yeah, and you want to know what the biggest high I experienced?
Hmm.
Not locking the door and having like a half a dozen fucking coyotes in my basement. That was that biggest rush I could ever have. There ain't enough crack, coke,
Yeah.
speed
Yeah.
to ever compare with that. And guess what? They were running from a mountain lion who was right the hell out back.
That's hilarious. And that
Mm-mm.
sounds so true. This is why people don't understand me. All my native Georgian friends is like, you lock your door? Yes, bitch. I'm from the hood. I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody coming in here without permission. I don't care if it got fur or not.
It is
Absolutely not.
humbling to see that. Like, listen, you on the low end of this totem pole.
Yeah, because if they gang up on you, you're dinner, bro. That's it.
Listen, I mean, I'm in my bed. Like I have my youngest son with us, and I'm in the bed, and I hear the click in the door, and I'm thinking that it's his mom because she sometimes will go down and wash clothes late at night if she stayed the night. So I'm thinking it's her, but I lean over. I'm like, that's a big body for it to be Kingston. Somebody's downstairs, and I hear all that
Hmm.
hollering. Like no sooner than I got up, you heard all that howling. I'm
Oh,
like,
God.
and it
I
was
would
in the
lose my
house.
mind.
It sounded like banshees.
Yeah, I would lose my mind. Bro, a squirrel got in my house one time. I didn't know what the fuck to do with myself. I locked my kids in the room so the squirrel couldn't get them. I didn't know what else to do. Squirrel was acting mad janky in my kitchen. I didn't know
Oh
what to
wow.
do. Yeah, it was
So
running around crazy.
so there was the upper balcony, the stairs, and the bottom of the stairs there was like a door, so that leads up to the stairs. So I was gonna my plan was to go out to the balcony, open the door, go back into the house, and start banging on the door real hard,
To scare them
and
out.
yeah, and try to get them all out. So I go outside, and there's a fucking mountain lion sitting right out back. Now
Mm-mm.
I've had cats my entire life. I knew that I had about 3 seconds to get this right. I went right back in the house. I called animal control. They said, "What you want us to do?"
Right? Where's your gun, sir?
That's what
This
they
is
said,
Georgia. This
and I
is Georgia.
learned,
Where's your gun, sir?
yeah. And they said you better start having a shotgun in your house. Listen,
Yep. Look, there's
man.
a reason why shotguns are sold at Walmart. It's not because niggas need more gang paraphernalia. It's because animals will come in your house.
I mean, these jokers, they left right at dawn. Like I just kept the basement door padlocked, and
Yeah.
I was just like, "Jeez!" But they went right through the screen door at dawn.
Mountain lions go to sleep. So they had a way to get out at that point.
Yo,
Yeah,
but
that's
when I
wild.
shit,
But
shit, man, brother.
that's
Mm-mm. But yeah, that
crazy.
was that was where I was at for like from January, I would say 2015 until I would say like August of 2015. Yeah,
Okay.
I was just up in the
So yeah,
mountains.
basically you just disappeared off by your lonesome and everybody
Mm,
thought you was on crack.
yeah, wasn't on nobody's street corner.
It's the audacity of the assumption for me. Like this is it's the same thing we said before. Like, oh, we got cool, we've been talking, we've been sharing information, we fucking. Oh, I need to clear my head. I'm going to the mountains for a few months. You crackhead. Like, then I promise you, if I lose 10 pounds too many, I'm gonna be right there with you, bro. I promise you.
Oh
This is
yeah,
just how black folks do.
yeah, you gonna have that house in Virginia.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a shame.
ain't it?
Black
It's
folk,
okay.
black folk. This is from Chestnut Checkers. Do better.
Do better,
Do better. When
because
we
it's
doing
really
good,
not
it ain't
checkers.
a it ain't a reason to validate us doing bad because we're doing good. A motherfucking smiling doesn't mean that we're ready to kill you. Sometimes we want to smile. Damn it, it's a good day. Every black man that
Mm.
smile ain't gay.
Ooh, say that. Say that.
Every black man that smiles is not gay.
And
Every
every
black man
black
that does not
woman,
choose to yell at you, they're not effeminate. What we are is we're emotionally intelligent and we know the resolve before it happens. I'm sorry, Chris, I had to get
amen.
that out.
No, you're fine. That's perfect. And every black woman that smiles doesn't want to fuck you. We
Y'all
may just
don't.
happen to be emotionally intelligent as well.
You,
And
you might want to say that again. Listen.
oh, every black woman that smiles in your direction does not want to fuck you.
Mm-mm,
I had to say it to
mm-mm,
the microphone just in case it
mm-mm.
was getting distorted. I made
Listen.
sure. Mhm.
Shouts out to Siri. It's like no, but that's some serious shit, man. Like we have like we've lived in such a feeling society, and there's nothing definite. A
Nothing
plus
at all.
B, A plus B has been so scattered now to where it can mean anything.
It
No,
can.
no, it's
It
okay to
can.
hold the door for you, and you not expect me to want anything more than just you getting into the room safely, and you'll be
That
okay.
part. I
You'll
don't
be okay.
understand it. I don't understand it. It's a certain type of operational dysfunction. Like they replace basic math with algebra because A plus B can be anything when you say it in math terms, right? But it really is like two plus two. It's still four.
2 times 2 is 4.
Yeah, it's always gonna be four.
Two, and it's just going to be some things are just universally defined.
Mm-hmm. But no, there are what 16 genders now. It
Two,
might even be more than that.
two.
I know. But let's double check. Because in 2024 there are. That is the second thing that pops up when you type in how many. This is what's wrong with the world. Let me just
Holy
say that.
shit!
Yes. Um, Besides male and female, the latest count is 72 other genders. 72. I I was good at math in school. There's no way that two things have that many probabilities of making something up.
But you're going to tell me that there's one race, the human
How?
race.
Oh no. Mm-mm. Um, I don't know if we'll ever gain any fandom out here, but I don't necessarily think that's
Hey,
true.
man! That's
Mm-mm.
what they say to make us feel better. So you mean to tell me that two things can split to 72, but
Mm-hmm.
5 known variants you gonna have me believe is one singularity?
I, I
So you
mean,
mean to tell
those
me
are
West
those are the
is
same people that believe that God is three people in one.
so you right? So you
Those are
gonna tell
those
me that
people.
West is also the North Pole,
No, West is the South Pole.
and East is the West Pole?
Correct. And North is magnetic West. Just so you
No,
know.
no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like if I stand in the sun and it heals me,
Hmm.
why does it kill a populace?
Hmm. I don't know.
Not not just any populace, but a specific populace. Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. There are subgenuses that are not
There
being
there's a
taken into
good
the equation,
20% of the problem right there. Oh, never mind.
sir.
Hmm.
Um, it is a solution. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not even gonna go. I'm not even gonna try and correct you because you're absolutely right. And so and therefore, I don't know. My melanin content is low. I'm scared now.
Mm-mm. Trust me, you just dark enough to make it to the end of that war.
Oh
It
yeah,
would look. It wouldn't be long.
yeah, that's true.
Let, let's all go to the beach and just stand there.
I suffer,
It's
and
not
then
about sun.
okay,
It's not about sunburn. Thought
Okay,
about
I got
sunburn.
you.
Yeah.
It was funny. I had this Italian friend have, I shouldn't say had,
Woo!
um
Thank you.
I had this Italian friend who, it was like the running joke between us that she would always get darker than me in the summertime.
I'm cracking up.
I, I can't help it. I'm light skinned. Look, I'm light skinned. I tan, but sometimes that tan comes with a little pain. That's all.
Boy, I get black as my elbow.
Yeah, hilarious.
I'm trying to tell
Yo,
you.
you know what? You know what's funny? I was in the shower this morning, and I did like have the thought as to why I scrubbed my elbows and knees so vigorously. But my grandmother was dead set against me having like black knees and elbows as a kid. Like
I'm cracking up.
she scrubbed. Look,
Listen,
look.
but that's some real shit. My dad, but that's some real shit. And now that I'm thinking about it, I rarely ever see you with your elbows on the table.
Correct.
My father, he was very particular, like because we were, he was very rough with us. He always made sure that we had clean hands. Like he would make sure
Mm-hmm.
like we had pumice stones all over the place.
Yep.
You wash your hands, scrub the top. But my knuckles are like real brittle and bony. But if you look at my brother's hands, he's been in less combating fights than I have. But his hands
Mm-hmm.
is yanked because he never took care of his hands.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's why he didn't have us, although we played the drums, he didn't have
Mm-hmm.
us focus on the drums. He made us play the keyboard and then the guitar and different things to keep our hands dexterous. He has
Yeah.
arthritis now because he played the drums and he
Gotcha.
never,
Yeah.
extended his
You
fingers.
never worked it. Yeah.
Oh man, but he used to have us out there just that shit was
Yeah.
nutty.
I
Yeah, but he
mean,
was the same way. So I have a birthmark on my neck. I said all that to say I had a birthmark on my neck. And the pumice stone, he started out with his pumice stone because he thought it was a dirt rash.
oh,
Yeah. Went from the from the pumice stone to Dawn and the old green scouring pads.
oh,
By the time they
yeesh.
recognized that it was my birthmark, because they thought that I didn't have, like, it was either between my legs or someplace they
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to see. But it was the whole time it covers. It looks like a big ass like ink mark on the back of my neck, and
That's
it goes
crazy.
down into like right there, and it just looks like
Mm-hmm.
splattered rain,
It
like
looks
mud
like a
almost.
birthmark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom was like, Greg, stop. And by this time, I looked like a shaved wet cat, cold shade in the corner, just shaking like, yo,
Oh,
y'all. Like I know I'm a little dirty ass kid, but this was a little bit much. Like
this was a lot.
this
This
was a
was a
little bit
lot.
much. I mean, there wasn't
No.
enough Vaseline in that old brown bottle cocoa butter to moisturize my. They washed me with Dawn, the old blue
Mm-mm.
Dawn that
Look,
they used to clean like ducks and shit.
here's the thing though. When we didn't have no Mr. Bubble back in the day, we might have used some Dawn as a bubble bath and been
Listen,
fine.
a little
Look,
bit,
and been fine.
a little bit,
A little bit.
a little
Look,
bit.
my grandmother used to put bleach in our water. Like that's probably why my eyes so light skinned
We
now.
talking, we talking.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm just saying.
Mm-mm,
I,
mm-mm,
I'm not here to judge nobody.
mm-mm.
I never had to walk around like I had a neighbor who they couldn't afford Dawn, so their mom got the lemon scented cheap shit,
Hell
and
yeah,
then she always smelled like lemon pledge, and that's what we started calling her.
I'm cracking up.
And certain shit that you just did as kids. I'm sorry. If you smelled like something, that
Mm.
was your nickname in my hood. I don't give a fuck what. They
Called
used to
her
call me
pledge.
Casper the fucking friendly ghost because I'm white, nigga. Like,
I'm dying.
whatever abuse we didn't get from our parents and grandparents back in the day, we definitely got from our peers.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Definitely got from our peers. Like,
And
it doesn't even matter.
I want to say shame on society for not letting these kids journey through and giving these kids participation trophies.
Oh
Like
my God.
let these kids endure some stuff. Parents, toughen up so that you can walk with your kid. Everything ain't gonna hurt your kid long term.
Right.
You know what made
Right.
me dress? You know what made me become like such an independent dresser? Because
Mm.
we had hand me downs. My brother is 6'3",
Oh no.
6'2", excuse me, 200 pounds. Now I see masses. I'm 5'8", 155 pounds. Yeah.
I can
Thank
just
God we
imagine me
were
swimming in them clothes.
thank God we were in the era of the baggy clothes. But oh
That's
my
true.
God. Like when they found out that my jeans were Bugle Boy and not the Jinko jeans, yeah.
Not the LA gear,
Yeah,
not
man.
not the Jordan
So
Sergio Valentes, nigga.
so we had like the Doc Martens, like we was on the Doc Martin kick early. My
Mm-hmm.
mom went to Payless and got me them like Doc Martin imitating Johns and they
Mm.
had rainbow stitch on them.
Oh, no.
I said I absolutely will not wear them. She said you absolutely will, and she took my other shoes because she spent money on them shoes.
Yeah,
I
that
ain't never fight
happens.
that hard in my life.
That happens.
And then I
I,
bought my first pair of Jordans, and my grandmom came to the school with the shoe bin Jones. I had a size 10 and a size 8. Wasn't even the same size shoe. Made me pay her for my shoes. And I never got that money back.
oh wow.
Yeah, so now I just like I'm a very unique dresser for that.
I'm trying to imagine the pimp walk that you created with the one size shoe too small.
Oh, I didn't. It was a walk of
You
shame.
oh
There was
God.
nothing I could have did with that.
No. Oh my goodness.
There
The
was
the
there was
trauma
nothing I
we've look the trauma we've endured. The
look.
trauma
You want to
we've
know the
endured.
pimp walk? You remember Fat Albert in the game?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine one of them walking. That was me walking.
Why did all of their feet was like this?
Whole cool was knocked out of my walking. I'm damn near pigeon toed.
Oh God. All of their feet was like this except for the one that had the really long arms. And then he walked. That shit was funny. I'm sorry. You brought up so many memories by saying that. But yeah, like
Dude
I
is
said,
like,
the trauma we've received. And I feel bad. We were talking earlier about, I said there's a certain amount of arrogance in Django as well, but there's a certain amount of arrogance that comes with a child who's born into the world with one of these in their hand, right?
mm-hmm,
They got the whole world literally in their hand. So there comes a certain
mm-hmm,
amount of arrogance with that, which would be tempered if we weren't giving out participation trophies. And if every disagreement and opinion didn't consist of somebody bullying.
mm-hmm,
You know what
mm-hmm,
I mean? Like it that's what's wrong with these kids nowadays, is that everything's a bully
mm-hmm.
because they get participation trophies. So if you do anything outside of what they want you to do, it's wrong. My daughter decided to throw her laptop at school today. And got sent home, got suspended for the rest of the day because she says, now this is the story my 6-year-old child gave me. Mommy, the teacher promised us games after we finished our computer work. And when she said it was time to put away the computers, I got angry because I didn't see any games. Yeah. And therefore, my oldest, who is a teacher in training at this point, had to have school with her little sister for the rest of the day because she damn sure wasn't coming home to play
Not on a
away.
free
And
day.
yeah, nah, never that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm, never that. So she came home. She did social studies, second grade work. She's in first grade. She did math work. She did some writing and some math flashcards with her sister
Ooh.
for the rest of the day, and was mad at me when I got home with her other sister, her twin sister from after school, who was a perfect little angel at school today and didn't do anything but go to school and get a good grade and learn about George Washington Carver and how he's a botanist.
Yo, these feelings, man. Like, well, we weren't given that. Well, yes, we were. I will say that my parents, if you haven't, like, I will cuss, and I've been cussing since, like, my first words were cussing, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
never stop cussing.
Nice.
I've just learned to expand my vocabulary to cover up some of the cuss words, but I will cuss. Fuck it.
Hey, you need
It's
to,
shit, damn, hell. But there's certain words I
motherfucker.
don't say because I don't like the way it feels. The P word. I don't like the P word. Except it's weird. Except if I'm fucking. Isn't that the weirdest shit ever?
You're hilarious. So you don't like the P word unless you're interacting with it.
Hell yeah. And
That's
I'll be fucking
crazy.
that joint up and I won't, but just don't be like, if you say that, it cringes me. And if you call me that, I'm ready to fight you.
Well, I mean, that's because I never understood why men associate that with being soft, because that's one of the most resilient things in the world. But it's strong and resilient. It's strong and resilient. I know.
And I get what you're saying, but you're not going. I know what that means to men.
I'm not trying to change the
It's a
connotation of it.
dominating aspect where you think I'm not sure if you. Ooh,
See, but why do y'all want to dominate it so bad?
huh?
It does whatever the fuck it wants to do
No,
anyway.
I know what it means, and I know what it stands for, and I know what it's good, but I don't like it. And there's another word, coochie. I don't like that word, coochie.
You don't like that coochie?
It
You don't like
freaks me
that
out.
word?
Nah,
Coochie is a
and that
weird word.
there was
Coochie is
a
a weird word. That's a
there was a
weird one.
girl back in second grade. We were playing third grade. We were at the elementary school. We were playing Find a Girl, Freak a Girl, and this girl Fatima, and I'm saying
Fast.
names.
Look
Oh boy,
fast. Look fast ass
Fat,
girl.
and it was the jungle gym where like the bridge had an overhead John, and Fatima was on my team last time, so she knew where I hid. And I jumped up into the bridge and like the canopy of the bridge. I'm holding on, like legs is out this way, arms is out this way. So she tried to tickle me at first.
Mm.
And then I was like, haha, I'm not falling. Because I ended up being like kind of concentrated on that. Then she begins to like kind of unzip my pants. And I was like, I'm gonna
Fall with my dick out, bitch.
yo, and I was only in third grade. I didn't know what to do. So I
Oh,
just let go
no.
and I fell right on her. And she grabbed on me. She said, I got you. You like this coochie? And she kept saying it. And I'm in third grade. I'm like, I don't know. Yo. And she just
Oh
kind of
my
like
god.
threw me off into the wood chips. And I had like wood chips inside like my.
Oh
And I'm
no.
just like, I was just like, I should not have even been here. Like I was out with my brother. He's older than me, obviously. Oh
That is
man,
hilarious.
listen, I got in the cool walk out of my walk so many times.
I see that. I see that.
Yo, man.
I personally don't feel like I ever had any cool to begin with. I was just always the homie. Like my friends growing up was my friends from the time we was this big. Like we grew up
Yeah.
together for real. So I never had to have like cool. I just had my people. But I was always like, have you ever heard the term like popular loner?
Yeah.
That was me. Like I could float amongst the crews, but I never wanted to be around none of them niggas. I really did. Like I was the weird kid with the chunky boots and the weird style sneakers and skirts kid. That was me.
I came in second place for least likely to succeed, but I won most likely to succeed.
Well then, okay.
Yo, it was the weirdest shit ever.
That's funny.
And that literally been my life.
Yeah.
Like pick him last in dodgeball, but he's going to win the championship.
No, I was funniest and friendliest. Like that's it. Everybody thought I was their friend. I hated everybody. I hated all of the niggas.
End of the day.
Everybody thought I was their friend.
I didn't even throw my cap up at when they said class dismissed. By the time class dismissed, I was on my way to get some butt.
Yeah, I was out the door. And oh, speaking of where we started this whole thing at, so I was one of those children. So I was 17 when I graduated because my birthday was in December,
Lucky
and
you.
they allowed me to start the first grade at 5 since my birthday was before the new year. Right. When I graduated from high school, I did not go to my prom. I went to my graduation, but had to go to work directly after, so I was pissed off the whole day.
Mm,
Um, but my boyfriend at the time, and why I didn't go to prom, because he was 24.
fast ass.
Hey,
Signal.
it wasn't my fault. Look, it wasn't my fault. I was cute. No,
I'm cracking up.
I met him at my first job ever. He got me my second job ever, which is crazy. But I was working at McDonald's. I was working at the McDonald's up the street from the house. I'll never forget it because my uncle got me that job. The bitch, this fat bitch was my manager. Look, stress ball.
We can do better with words.
Look,
right.
this corpulent heifer was my manager. Okay. There's not gonna be any way around this. Okay. This OB Shrew was my manager. And he was her friend. So here's why I never liked her. At the end of the night, you got to throw away food. Anybody that works fast food know McDonald's throws away their food at the end of the night, which is why the bums circle their goddamn dumpsters at the end of the night. So I would say, hey, let me take a few burgers home. I ain't ate all day. I just did a 16-hour shift for your ass. Let me get a few burgers for you, throw them away. Oh, no, you got to pay for them. Employee discount, but you got to pay for them. End of the night, we throwing them in the trash, right? Her homeboy would come in. She'd be making this nigga 40-piece wings, double quarter pounder with the mac sauce, like all kind of special orders and shit. He don't never have to pay for nothing. So one day I got sick of her shit, right? So I take my happy ass on break. I go sit down beside the nigga and start eating his wings. I don't know this nigga from can of paint, but I was starving.
I'm cracking up.
I started eating his wings. He looked at me. I was like, how you doing? Kept eating. He let me get through about 3 wings before he asked me what my name was. And it was history from there.
I'm cracking up.
That was
so
how
you
I met
stole
him.
Somebody's man.
No, it wasn't her man.
You see the point? Look. Did you see the message I got from that whole thing?
Right. No, it wasn't her man. The reason why she was being dumb nice is because she was trying to make him her man.
I know.
And he ain't want none of that.
Listen, I'm cracking up.
And then I got fired when she found out we had got together.
I bet you did.
Yeah. You know.
I bet you did.
And that was a horribly abusive relationship that I wound up in.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So much fun.
And I got snatched up like a hoe off the street. That's how I lost my virginity, yeah. It wasn't even anything man. Like... It wasn't even like...
man, you want to have a good time?
Literally.
Oh, I know.
She was mixed. She was black and something else. Crinkly, curly hair. TA at the school.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, you're cute. And that was my first experience to a bar. Her family owned a bar for a time. And that was like my first experience in a bar, my first experience with a drink.
Damn.
And yeah, it was a wrap from there. I mean, I got tossed around like a $5 hoe.
Well,
met all her friends.
Enjoyed yourself. Yeah, hopefully
I don't even know. Yourself. The thing is, I don't know. I just remember. Oh. I don't. Yeah, it was just like.
Yeah.
Pow! And I was like, okay.
It happens like that from time to time.
And then I never dated anybody in high school because, like, I had to keep adult secrets at this point. I'm like, no. Y'all talking about that? That's it.
Right. The shit I've seen.
Nah, man.
So yeah,
y'all haven't been made breakfast. Like y'all rookies. Y'all still getting Apple Jacks.
That part, if that, y'all getting fucked in the car and sent home, nigga.
Listen, y'all gotta sneak places.
My bitch got a whole apartment.
I don't have to eat this cafeteria food. Like,
trust me, I understand.
Look,
I understand.
I got a fan club right in the stands. Like, man,
baby.
Oh man,
this is what I be talking about. Like, we sit here now in 2024 and we talk about Me Too, we talk about R. Kelly and Quiet on the Set and all of these different things. When we all lived it and nobody said a thing.
It was
Yeah,
it was some stuff was just it wasn't feeling, it was experience.
true.
And then some stuff was more, we understand now as we're older, some stuff is just downright abusive.
Correct.
Um, but in that time, it was normalized. Like, and 2024 has been, kind of like my slogan is, stop normalizing bad behavior.
I like that slogan.
So I don't let people, like, certain things that I may have let slide back in the day. I don't let slide now, and I'm
Right.
going to correct you right there.
I had a conversation in regard to some of the abuses that we've suffered um,
Mm-hmm.
at the hand of our parents. And I believe we were talking about this morning as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I personally wound up in the loony bin for 90 days because I stopped sleeping due to bad dreams that were too realistic of myself as a child being molested.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I tell my mother I'm having these dreams and something's going on, and I don't, did this ever happen to me? And she says, and I quote, "Oh, yeah, that was just Mr. Bird. He did that to all of us."
Like, what in the fucking rite of passage is this?
I lost my shit to the point where I wound up in a mental institution for 90 days. Like, I completely lost my mind.
Mm.
Um, because there was absolutely no way that you were going to explain to me that that man walked around. He died in natural causes. Like, what do you mean he did that to all of us? What do you mean everybody knew this was going on? Like, I couldn't even process the idea of it actually being real. Never mind the fact that people knew,
Right, right.
And so I honestly feel as though this generational excuse for abuse and non protection of children has finally started to die. And I'm so grateful because
Absolutely.
our generation we'll all be in jail. There wouldn't be enough jails.
In the same light, though, it does sadden me because, in my opinion, we're not handling it correctly.
How
That's
so?
just, um I number one, I think our justice system is Yankee.
Oh, of course.
It's just way too Yankee for it to be not a hard pressed law against certain things.
Right. Absolutely.
If
But I mean,
we Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Oh, I'm
Mm-mm.
sorry. As an extremist society, we got both ends of the spectrum. So you got the 16 months for, a year of terrorizing that kid Drake Bell, right? He got 16 months. That's the lenient side of things. If not, walk away with probation, which is what a lot of people would have loved. But then the other side of it is the video I saw the other day where they taped a young man to a pole in New York
Mm-hmm.
for, doing sexual acts with somebody's little sister. So you got
Mm-hmm.
the street justice side of things, and then you got the court justice side of things. And for me, I am a firm believer in street justice.
Absolutely.
I feel like there are countries in the world that don't have as much crime because they will lock your shit off if you use it to commit a crime. And,
Absolutely.
and it creates an example where people do not want to lose a limb in order to perpetrate this crime. And so
Listen,
I think if we were more stringent
I mean,
on that,
justifiably, and unfortunately, it would take, honestly, a cleansing of our system and a reconstruction of it, and that's a whole nother operation that we got to deal with. Um, and not to sound overly, I'm not a supremacist by any means. I definitely love us as folk. Um, I think that because of our the black man's ability to rationalize through the essence of black women,
Mm-hmm.
that is really why we are the most hated in society,
Right.
and why the women, as a result, are the least respected.
Right.
It's a
And
hand
least
in hand
protected.
thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have time to really protect you because we trying to save ourselves in these matters. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it does deserve an apology, but we don't. It sucks to go around in a circle about who started what and who did what, but at the end of the day, just to acknowledge the fact that we've had this issue going on for a long time.
Right.
We've been
And
fighting.
change behavior is the best apology. So
Mm-hmm.
regardless of if it ever gets said, black woman, if I see black men who I've never met a day in my life protecting me in any situation, I am going to also change my behavior to respect that and understand. We've had the conversation about the shield and my shield being small. It just becomes a thing where I'm more solution minded of the mind to point fingers, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I just even down to the responsibility, even where to begin. I think that it does rest with, I do believe it rests with black men to have,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to reacclimate ourselves to the home again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and my saying, like, listen, I don't even give you a chance to be my friend if you don't understand my order.
Right.
I have doesn't mean that you need to follow my order, but you need to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so with that, it's hard for a person, and I talked about it earlier today on the pod, like not just going live, about the privilege that I had of seeing both mom and dad coexist and operate and what they've endured, and I took that for granted for so many years.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean, I chose so against what my parents were because um, my little young immature mind not understanding their sacrifice and
Right.
why. And recently, I'm 40 now, having a conversation with my father and really having compassion for his story.
Mm.
Like I'm a musician because both my parents were musicians.
Yeah.
They both put down their music to ensure that we'd become something. They didn't know what the hell
Regardless.
we'd
Yeah.
become,
Yeah.
but that means they had to put down the fast life. They had to put down the drugs. They had to put down the alcohol. I mean, my dad still enjoys a glass of wine. I'm a Chardonnay fan myself. Whiskey and Chardonnay, it's not the way to a man's stomach. You get me a good aged barreled whiskey,
Yeah.
single rye,
Yeah.
I'll be your
Hilarious.
friend.
I
Give
love
me
it.
a 70-year Chardonnay, I'll be your friend. Whew. But anyway, there's no
I know
chicken
what to
Alfredo.
get you at least.
No chicken Alfredo, please.
What y'all got against chicken Alfredo?
Um, I think that you hate me if you do.
Why? Chicken Alfredo is delicious.
Just chicken Alfredo is the bottom of the barrel. Okay, sir, giving me chicken Alfredo is similar to a man taking you on a date to White Castle when he promised you Ruth Chris.
Okay, see, this is where we got it fucked up because chicken Alfredo is a delicious dish that can be made in several different ways. It's not an expectation of something unless they gave you an expectation of something. So if I was to serve somebody chicken Alfredo without an expectation of what I was going to serve, why is that a problem?
Because chicken Alfredo is nasty.
It is
It
good.
is nasty. Now,
I'm
if
maybe I make it good. I don't
if
know.
Tyrone wants chicken Alfredo and doesn't mind chicken Alfredo, you make the best or the worst chicken Alfredo you want to make for Tyrone. Do not put it on my plate.
But see, okay, and maybe this is, I get what you're saying. The chicken Alfredo is
I
probably a
said, don't
little
put it on my
late.
goddamn plate now.
I'm just, I'm saying
Yeah,
though,
this
William,
reverb, but
it's delicious. I don't, here's the thing, and the lists are bothering me. All of these lists of where we can't go on a date, what we can't do
oh
on a
my
date,
god.
and who did what on the date and why. I'm chicken Alfredo is one of those things at this point that has become a part of those lists. And I'm just like, I don't know. If you got a good woman at home and she cooks you chicken Alfredo every once in a while, you're not gonna fuck with her? Really? Okay.
Like I
Okay.
make it so like it's been a long time. Like it does not sit well with me. It doesn't bode well with my palate. It's just smell of it. The sound of that jar popping.
See, that's the problem.
I
That's the problem.
the
There's no
the
jars
sm-
popping in chicken Alfredo.
that's what started it. Like and it was just like I could smell and then I began to like notice the smell and I associate
So
it and I just don't.
now it makes sense. Now it makes
Mm-mm.
sense why you don't like it. There should never be a jar, unless it's a jar of like aged Parmesan, because it does come in jars sometimes. But if there anybody that's cooking the lazy way, anytime you talk about Italian food, there should never be a jar. There should be a blender. There should be some fresh ingredients. There should never be a fucking jar.
Put that you can feed that to your kids
I mean, I
and
make it every
enjoy.
once in a while. I
What
make it
I'll
every once in a
do
while.
is I'll go ahead and I'll heat up some ramen.
I eat ramen more than I realize, bro. I
You ain't
eat ramen
noticed in the
way
back chat how
too.
many motherfuckers be eating ramen, yo? Like,
Yo, ramen is delicious. I don't care what nobody says. I am a little disgusted that it was just last year that they made that bowl microwavable though.
okay.
I wonder how many people got cancer from them fucking non-microwavable bowls. Because reading is fundamental, and nobody
Mad
read that shit.
motherfuckers, like
Nobody read that shit until the day
that
we
shit
seen it
had
on TikTok. Like,
Teflon in
God
it.
damn, we wasn't supposed to microwave that shit.
No.
It came in a cup with a fill line. They're on bullshit, my nigga. They knew what they was doing. They knew what they was doing. You be killing them gallons of water, bro.
Listen, man.
I ain't mad at it.
Mm.
I ain't mad at that. Well, hopefully we have
Two a day.
quenched y'all's thirst for a little
Listen.
fun talk and gossip here at
Brought to you
Chestnut
by Poland
Checkers.
Springs.
That's right. Get the
Listen,
sponsors, baby.
and let me shouts out to Jess Hilarious. I know you pregnant and I know you wifed up, but I'm here if you need me. Folks ain't gonna understand, but I'm gonna put that out there in the ethers. I'm gonna get a hug from that woman.
That's fine.
I
Get
love
what
me
you
some Jess
need.
Hilarious. Listen,
I think she's hilarious. That's why I like her name. I've been
it's
cool
the
with her
like
since
them.
Jess with the mess was coming on Instagram, bro.
I have met Erica Badu, Lauren Hill, Jill Scott. I mean, Jill Scott said I had the most beautiful eyes and smiles that hypnotized her. I've
Oh,
Vivian. I mean, I've met. It is something about Jess Hilarious that when I meet her, I'd probably be the most giddiest kid. Like,
you're so funny.
oh, I'm older than her by probably like 13 years.
I love it.
But no,
She
not
gonna call
even.
you uncle. She gonna call you uncle,
And
and
I'll
you're
be
gonna
like,
be
huh?
heartbroken.
I don't care. I'm like, huh?
Well, we need to work on getting her on the show, bro.
Nah, listen. We gonna start thinking about your top people that you probably get a little twingy over too. Next episode, we
Um,
gonna talk about it. Unless you want to talk about it
we
now, we got a
we got a
minute.
few more minutes.
Listen, let's talk about them.
Okay,
Who
so
who will get you at a character?
you gonna laugh? No, you're not gonna laugh. Okay, Ice Cube.
I'm gonna laugh. You said Ice Cube,
hmm Ice Cube was my first ex baby
like
daddy in hip
Friday,
hop.
Friday Ice Cube.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
Craig, yeah.
No, I mean I definitely see that. I definitely see that.
I
That
feel
makes
like
sense.
that's the only time I would feel like I've met people and just been like, "Hey, how you doing?" Where
Yeah.
everybody else is like, How you doing, sir? Nice to meet you. And they're looking at
Hmm.
me like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck this bitch think she is? That's how
Right,
I
right, right.
usually. But I'm just not. Here's the thing. Everybody likes to say, first impressions and, what was your first impression? Nigga, I will let you know when you impress me. Like, I'm just not impressed easily.
Absolutely.
I'm not
Absolutely.
impressed easily. So Ice Cube, um, Method Man,
Have you
yeah,
stuttering a little bit, huh?
a little bit, a little bit. Um, in
Have
the
you
end,
have you run to a public bathroom and just remove your undergarments real quick and act like ain't nothing happened?
here you go, sir. Nice to
Yeah,
meet
we
you.
we, we know that
Um,
happens.
so
I'm cracking
my,
up.
my secret crush, my forever boo, Michael Keaton, the original Batman. I love you, Michael Keaton.
Now
I've had
I'm shocked about that.
he's so fine to me. Did you see the clip from the Oscars with the don't laugh, with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, and it was like he killed me with love, and he killed me when he threw me off a building. Oh, there he is, and they panned over to him, and he was like,
I'm cracking up. Oh no, I didn't see that.
"Oh my god, it was the funniest
I
thing
gotta check.
ever."
Did you see the other guys?
Yes, Despot.
Dash.
That was my favorite movie.
I didn't know he was
Oh,
funny.
fucking peacock! You gotta let me
Let me
fly.
fly.
Peacocks don't fly. Okay,
Yo,
he's hilarious, first of all.
I
Second of
didn't
all, a lot of
know.
people don't realize that every line he said in that movie was a TLC
Was a
lyric.
TLC. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. I
Like I swear that was a TLC. Let me know what you're
I
talking about.
bought the original Batman soundtrack, not knowing that the Prince had did the whole soundtrack. Didn't know that
Are you
till
serious?
I bought the tape. Yeah, I bought the cassette tape. I bought the cassette tape. Um,
Jeez. First of
yeah,
all, where did you find a cassette tape?
I was alive when they they were happening.
Oh yeah, I
I
forgot we're that old now. Shit.
Yeah, I bought the cassette tape. I used to play that goddamn thing in my Sony yellow Walkman with the little thing that flipped up to keep the tape in,
I'm cracking
and the
up. You
big
had the
headphones that was like this big, but they was all foam.
real
And
Jones.
oh, nigga, and I jammed out the Prince, thinking about Michael Keaton all day, every day. That's my
I'm
baby.
cracking up.
He
You
was
had the water
always gonna be
resistant one too?
the yellow one.
Damn.
Yep, that's the one. I found
Damn.
a bag recently. It had the purple tape in it. It had doggy style, like all my old tapes that I had put to the side probably because my car didn't have a cassette player no more.
Mm.
The mad tapes in there.
I wanted to be a DJ,
Huh?
and I wanted to be a DJ, and we had a record player,
Nice.
and we had the like original album of Songs in the Key of Life,
Mm,
and
beautiful.
I had just saw
Excuse me.
like this DJ John, and I'm done after this. Saw this DJ, they was going,
Mm-hmm.
and we was it was what
No, I know
song
where this
was
is going.
yeah, it was a song going on. It was like, clap your hands just a little bit louder. Clap your hands. I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like,
No.
yeah, scratch
Oh,
the
you got
shit
your
out
ass
that
beat that
album.
day. You
I
got your
got,
ass beat that day.
I mean, stomped into the fireplace, pulled out of the fireplace, bathed, beat again, drug down the street.
While wet, because you got to get
Yeah,
beat while
because
you
I
wet.
tried to run. I really tried to
Hmm.
run out the house, and my dad ran me down. Yeah. I
That's tough.
didn't know. I just saw his face and I'm like, I shouldn't have did that. Like but I was like, and
That's
I licked my
hilarious.
finger too. I was like, no headphones. I was like, it was like
Oh my God.
I did. I
You
did.
scratched so happy. Record?
Songs in the key of life.
The last record I remember having to buy. Here's how funny this is. We Are the World had just came out, right?
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love.
You know, um, and and my grandmother, for whatever reason, fell in love with Bruce Springsteen. And I remember having to walk up the street to the blackest record store in my city
And
and
ask for Bruce.
and asked for fucking Bruce Springsteen because she fell in love with his voice from fucking We Are the World. That's the last record. I bought plenty of cassettes and CDs after that, but that was the last actual. I believe it was a 45, the big one. It was,
Listen,
yeah.
you gotta give Bruce a Benny, let me in. I wanna be
No,
your friend. I wanna guard your
absolutely
dreams and
not.
visions.
Absolutely not.
Just wrap your legs
Absolutely
round these
no.
velvet rims and
Mm-mm.
strap your hand across my engines.
No.
Together we can break this trap.
No. I mean, good for him. He made a lot of records, but Bruce Springsteen and Madonna are the Taylor Swift and Post Malone of the 80s, and I refuse to allow anybody to say anything different.
When you left in the dust, I was stuck by you.
No.
Yes.
Who's the one that who's the nigga that nah, he ain't a nigga. Who's the white boy that's saying we didn't start the fire? He was better.
Oh yeah. Who is his name?
It's Joel something. Billy Joe?
Billy
Was it Billy
Joel.
Joe? Yeah.
We
He was
didn't
much better.
start the fire. It was
He was
always
rapping,
burning
bro.
since the world was hurt.
Tell me
Listen,
that ain't a rap song for real.
if you listen to them words, he talking about what's happening today.
Right. And it was happening in the 80s, so 40 years ain't changed shit.
Ain't changed a
So talk
motherfucking
about
thing.
that. With our last few minutes, I would like to ask you a question that I was asked earlier today.
Uh-oh.
What is the first news story that you remember from your childhood?
The first news story
Mm-hmm.
that I remember from beginning to end.
Like that you remember even being a part of? Because as children, we had cartoons. We wasn't paying attention to the news. So
It was
what?
definitely Rodney King.
Okay. Wow. See, I was in high school by then. So
Yeah, it was
makes me
definitely
feel a little
Rodney
old.
King.
You know what mine was?
What?
The Challenger space shuttle exploding.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. That happened while we was at school. That's what's crazy. We watched that collectively as a country of children at school. We watched. Everybody had that fucking AV cart rolled into their room to witness a tragedy, all on the
Damn.
same, yeah. And none of us got therapy. Suck it up, Buttercup. We'll be back here tomorrow. Because that was a crazy thing. I think the next one after that was the Central. That was a couple of years later.
Listen, that bitch ain't exploded. You don't hit the ceiling.
That part, but we,
It was like, we're almost there. Dunk.
completely, you know. But yeah, the Challenger Space Shuttle is my first one. I think Rodney King is your first one. Is scary. I had to tell my older kids that Rodney King was the grandfather of like Philando Castile and George Floyd
Mm-hmm.
and these dudes, Sandra Bland and all these folks that we see
Mm-hmm.
now. Like that was the original. That
Well,
was
I
the
wouldn't say
existed.
he's the original media driven one, but I
Yeah,
would
that's what
say
I
he's
mean.
the Michael Jordan.
Why? Because he took that ass whooping and didn't die.
Yeah. So I mean, we know that there was Emmett Tills before him. We
Well,
understand,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but that one that just kind of changed the game. Like
It
that was
changed the
that
game.
one, and we was all like, "Oh shit, that's happening over there too."
Right, that's happening everywhere, and
Yeah.
it let them know that it wasn't just a myth. It wasn't an urban legend. It
Mm-hmm.
was actually happening, and we have the proof now. Um,
Yeah.
he did get his ass beat though.
They beat his ass,
They
yo.
beat his ass, like
They and the way that they didn't give a
solidly
fuck because they kept that detective right on the task force like it wasn't nobody's business for years.
for years.
Like it was
Solidly whooped his ass.
shh. Like that.
Um,
I remember seeing that and I was just like because my first childhood my first police encounter was when I was a child. So like
mhm,
seeing that was like my dad was like, listen, that's how they treat you. You
mhm,
gotta learn how to outspeak them. Don't outtalk them. You gotta learn how to
right.
outspeak them. Let them leave confused. Don't let them leave angry.
Yep.
That's it.
That's why personally I can't wait to see hopefully, no, probably not this weekend, but I want to go see the American Society for Magical Negroes because that is the basis of the plot of that movie. Everybody's
Mm.
like, oh, they're trying to do it like Harry Potter. Y'all don't really do your research. The basis of the plot of that movie is there is a society, which Hollywood often portrays these old black magic people,
Mm-hmm.
bag of ants and these niggas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the society came from the idea that white happiness leads to black safety.
Mm-hmm.
And so we can magically let these motherfuckers smile a little bit more, less of us will die.
Absolutely.
And yet it's a comedy. I gotta see it. It's got David Allen Greer
I can't wait.
in
That's my dude, man.
it. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. He's like now that he's passed away, he's like the new Paul Mooney.
Mm, to some degree, I think he's more palatable.
He's much more palatable and he's less racist, but still just the
Just
cutting
to,
the cutting
yeah.
wit is
Mm-hmm.
there and I love it. I love every
Yeah.
second of it. So
I
yeah,
mean, listen. So I just want to say thank you so much, and I can't wait to the next one. Well, we're gonna do this every Friday, every Thursday, every Tuesday.
every day that we feel like
Look,
it at
I'm
this point
finna
for
be
me.
open on Mondays.
I'm not mad at that.
Listen,
Look, I understand. I know. Should have been open on Mondays, but we'll talk about that after we get off air.
listen to it.
It's okay. In the meantime, anytime, every time, always, much love and peace to y'all's
Bless to you.
journey. Love
God
you.
bless y'all journeys.